Before starting any diagnostics, make sure you have the proper safety equipment. Remember, you're dealing with very flammable liquids and vapors, so protect yourself and your property by being prepared up front. Here's what you'll need for the job: a Class B fire extinguisher, safety glasses, a gas caddy or other approved fuel storage device, and all work needs to be performed in a well-ventilated area. We're going to begin the diagnostic process with the most obvious causes. First, are you absolutely sure there's fuel in the tank? Believe me, many do-it-yourselfers have been surprised to find that the real problem is that they've simply run out of gas. The next step, regardless of the type of fuel pump you're diagnosing, is to inspect and replace the fuel filter. This filter can easily become clogged due to dirt and debris in the tank, which will reduce or cut off fuel flow to the engine. If your vehicle, like most, has an electric fuel pump, either in-line or in-tank, also check to be sure the fuse controlling the fuel pump circuit is still functioning. If the fuse is blown, you'll need to trace the electrical issue that caused it to fail. Okay, so you've confirmed that there's gas in the tank, you've replaced the fuel filter, and your in-line or in-tank electric pump is still not working. Now for the hard part. Drain the fuel tank by using a gas caddy or other approved storage device. You might be able to reuse this fuel, but only if it's filtered before refilling the tank. We don't want to reintroduce any rust particles, dirt, and other contaminants to your repaired fuel system, so be sure to filter the gas. Next, drop the tank by releasing the retaining straps. Now, a couple of key points. Carefully inspect the fuel pump wiring harness and electrical connections. Any signs of discoloration, melting of the wire insulation, or other damage could mean a faulty connection. Anytime you see this type of damage, the wire harness must be replaced. The next step is to perform a circuit test on the electrical circuit feeding the fuel pump. I'll cover the process needed for this test in a separate segment of this program. So after we're done with this overview, simply click on the electrical test procedures link for detailed instructions. After you've performed an electrical circuit test and ensured that there's ample power reaching the pump, carefully inspect the pump itself for damage. By far the most common problem associated with in-tank pumps is clogging of the fuel strainer. A strainer like this one is very common. You see how dirty it is? This is caused by rust, dirt, hard particle debris, and other contaminants in the fuel tank. If your pump strainer looks like this, it's critical to eliminate the contamination from your fuel tank before installing a new pump. Simply draining the tank is not enough. There could be a lot of microscopic residue lining the tank walls and bottom, and this material will quickly clog your new strainer. If you don't want to do the job twice, and I'm sure you don't, flush your tank with high-pressure water and allow it to thoroughly dry before proceeding with the repair.